us to ask these questions. I'm honored to be able to be the one to ask these questions that have been selected. I'm almost excited about that, is the fact that you're sitting here and I'm standing here and I'm not having to run, so that's good for me. What we'd like to do is, first of all, we'll give each of the candidates 2 minutes to introduce themselves. At the conclusion of those 2 minutes, we have 15 to 20 questions that we'll ask, depending on how many of them we'll get to, depends on the time. And then following the questions, you'll have 2 minutes to close as well. Sergeant at Arms, Sergeant Mike Trammell will be our timekeeper. You'll have, I'll specify each question. Mostly you'll have either 1.5 minutes to 2 minutes to answer each question. When we've got about 20 seconds, 30 seconds to go on the time, I'll simply raise my hand and let you know that your time's almost up, get ready to stop. If you would, just make sure you stop your time instead. So, any specific order you want to do it? You just want to come up and start and introduce yourself.
My name is John Armour. That's A-R-M-O-R. The ones that put the U in the name misspelled it in Ellis Island, that they pack all the beat in the universe. I live in a house that my grandparents bought in 1923. It's just up the road a piece on Kettle Rock Mountain. And I first saw that in 1948 when the war ended and rationing ended. My father put us all in a car and we came down to visit my grandparents. And this is where I have chosen to spend the rest of my life, because I grew up in a small town and I dearly love small towns. Now, what's my background? I have excessive education, which I won't go into now. I've recovered from it fairly well. I have 4 children. I have 8 grandchildren. And the lady who's with me today, Michelle, me, we were engaged 36 years ago. And we messed it up because we were young and stupid. She was young and I was stupid. And she moved to Australia. And 33 years later, she found me on the internet. And right after the election, win, lose, or draw, we're getting married. That clapping should be for me because I'm elected. Now, when you came to the hall, you didn't see a big banner with my name on it, but you did see an American flag. And did you notice something unusual about it? It had 15 stars and 15 stripes. That is a copy of the Star Spangled Banner. The original in Smithsonian is 80 times that size. And why did I put that up? Well, the nation is a whole lot more important than me or this congressional office. And what it stands for to me is on the night of September 13 to 14, 1814, we nearly lost a fort, a city, and a nation. It was that close. And that's a reminder that the United States is not set in stone. And what we do in Washington can harm it or help it. And that's the primary reason why I'm running for Congress. A-R-M-O-R, I appreciate your support.
I guess our reputation preceded us because we've got the whole sheriff's department out here to keep us on time. I'll do my best, Sheriff. I'm Spence Campbell. It's a privilege to be here in front of you. In 2 minutes, I can't tell you very much. Let me just tell you that I'm very into Hendersonville College. Came back when I retired from the Army. I spent 26 years in the intelligence business. I ran an insurance agency that my father-in-law and his family had for over 100 years at the end of his life. And I'm a community volunteer. I work for United Way, the Red Cross. Created a children's agency in town with the help of a community foundation. My life's been about service, and it always will be. Now I want to serve you and the other good folks in this district. What I've learned about this district in the 15 years that I've lived here, and a long time before that, from my father-in-law, who was very proud to be from Hendersonville. His family had been there for 125 years. Just like a lot of you. He was proud of the mountain values that his family had, and all of his friends had, and all of the people who live here had. I've learned about mountain values. I have learned about American values in the military. Never lived in a small town. Never been a politician. I just lived life. And I'm so proud of who we are as Americans in this country that I'm willing to do this because I think it's an honor. And I think that's what this country needs to be all about. I heard what Norm said, and I'd like to take exception to that. These aren't black days. This is the future that we're looking at in America. And all we have to decide as Republicans is that we want to lead this country, and we will. If we decide that we're tired of all of the bad things that are going on and we're just going to let them go on, then we won't. We need to step up to this, like Senator McCain has said in his recent ad. How much time?
10 more seconds.
10 more seconds. No retreat and no defeat. Thank you.
Unless I'm mistaken, fellas, this is the first time we've had armed timekeepers. We're going to pay a lot of close attention to y'all. Thank you for a nice meal. Thank you for caring about the future of Western North Carolina. We're grateful for that you're here. I appreciate the opportunity to debate in front of you with my two colleagues. I think it gives you an opportunity to see where we're coming from in a straight-up kind of way. These have been fun so far, and more importantly for the 11th District, they make us smarter. They're putting us on our toes, forcing us to learn the issues. It's been a great experience. I'm Carl Numpower. I'm the city councilman in Asheville. I'm that 6'1" guy. I reluctantly ran for city council. I did not enjoy running for city council the first time. I did not enjoy running for city council the second time, and the reason is simple. I was always standing in a corner in Asheville by myself. Nobody came to my table. Nobody wanted to talk to me as a conservative. They still elected me. They re-elected me. They elected me vice mayor, or the council did, because I'm principled. I stick by what I mean, and I'll make a promise to you that when I go to Washington, there will be a consistent match between what I say and what I do. And I've got 6 years in the toughest, most liberal arena in this state, what is arguably one of the hardest places to serve in the state as a conservative, with a consistent conservative voting record. If I can do it there, I can do it in a bigger arena, and I promise you I will, and I promise you I'll keep my word, and you hold me to that. Thank you again.